Now, throughout this summer, I've tried to get to the bottom of why it's so difficult for landowners to be able to clear fuel loads on or next to their properties. The green tape we've heard about here is extremely frustrating, and it does conspire to create fire traps. But what about hazard reduction burns, or as we've discovered too, the lack of them? Well, one veteran New South Wales fire captain is demanding that volunteers be heard at any national fire inquiry. In the Financial Review today, Bruce Richardson blasted crazy bureaucratic red tape stopping hazard reduction burns and national parks for locking up fire trails. Does all of this sound familiar? He joins me on the telephone right now. Bruce Richardson, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Chris.
Can I ask you, we get told that there are only 22 to maybe 30 days a year in places like Sydney when hazard reduction can be done. Is that, do you think, because of the rules and the councils that make it too difficult?
Chris, I'm sure it is. Look, there's plenty more days than that in a year when hazard reductions can be done. It's really quite a joke. It's the red tape attached to it all that makes it difficult. You make applications, you apply for the days. If it's incorrect weather for you to do a hazard reduction when that comes around.
Hang on. Let me just clarify that. So if something is called off after you've filled in a myriad of forms to do hazard reduction as a firefighting group, if a little bit of rain comes and you can't do it the next day?
Well, Chris, most of the hazard reductions that I ever had involved with are done by agencies that surround me. So with RFS and National Parks and Wildlife Service, because where I live, I'm totally encompassed by government land, in particular Wallamai National Park and Blue Mountains National Park. So our brigades provide a support to those hazard reductions when they get done, if and when they require us. But to the best of my understanding is that if you don't trigger it on the day that it's applied for, or the time frame it's applied for, then you have to go through the process again.
And start all over again. That's yep. Ridiculous. Would you be prepared, and I'm not saying you, but would someone like you be prepared and would be a good witness at a Royal Commission if one were to be held into these bushfires?
Chris, there's any amount of people all over, I'm sure, East Coast of Australia that are involved in land management like myself. I'm certainly not standing alone on this issue.
Right.
There's a gross amount of negligence and disrespect paid to land managers, and unfortunately, it seems that because we're not paid, because we're volunteers, part of the RFS Bushfire Brigade movement, that we don't get given the respect that we deserve. And
well, you're the ones in the front line. You are the ones who have risked your lives, and you're the ones who not only should be standing up at the Royal Commission, but being heard and your recommendations adopted. I want to thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks, Chris.
Okay.